All right, guys, we're back, and we are with Mr. Mike, who we talked to last year. So, how's this Aquashella?
It's fun, just like I remember it from last year.
And y'all have grown, I can tell.
Yep. We were at a 10-foot by 10-foot booth last year. Now we're at a 10 by 15. Got a little bit more room. Made some new creations, so we needed to get a little bit bigger space this time.
Well, I mean, that's what we all hope to do. So, well, how's it going up there in New York? It's New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know we've been like emailing back and forth, trying to get you to get it on the show, and we will. We'll get there. It's just everybody's chaotic. But so did you guys fly down here?
So we have a house in Florida, so we drove a lot of our stuff down back in December, getting ready for the show. So we had all the stuff at the house, and then we flew down to the house, and so instead of taking a 2-day trip, it was just a couple hours, and then on Monday we'll drive back to the house. So
that makes it a lot more convenient than having to haul everything from New York and then come into the show.
Oh my God.
Well, do you have anything new?
Yeah, so from last time, I think you saw this last time, the big stump aquarium with the 3 tree trunks. This one I actually aquascaped it a little bit with the atomizer and now just threw some plants in there.
Are you the fogger?
Yep.
Is that?
That's like it's called an atomizer, so it basically just mists the water that it sits in.
Are those guys here?
No, actually I just got that on Amazon.
You just got that? Oh.
Yeah. Everyone's been asking me like, how do you do that? Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's like $10 on Amazon.
Oh my gosh! All right. Well, it's called an atomizer.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's pretty cool, right? And then I think this was here last year.
Yeah. I like that one.
So this is one of the new ones.
Okay.
So this is like a saltwater driftwood stand. So one thing I realized was a lot of people were asking me if I do any saltwater stuff.
Yeah.
So I did this one. From Long Island out of saltwater driftwood. And what I kind of envisioned this was almost like a macroalgae tank or like some sort of small reef aquarium with just like a little clownfish or something.
Yeah.
And then actually on this side over here, something similar, another kind of like a saltwater thing that I was thinking about.
Long and wide.
Yeah, so we got the stump.
Long and thin, not wide.
Yeah, so this one again, we got the big branch on the top and the long bookshelf tank. So this was kind of like my idea of a saltwater wood display.
That one's neat. I mean, I think y'all's stuff is amazing, and then it's something that you take that is simple. It's just wood and a tank and leaves, but I mean, you guys just turn it into art.
Thank you. Yeah, I just take wood and I kind of like have a vision for it when I see it, and then put it together.
So what's in the future for Zen Aqua? Where are we going with this?
Well, I definitely am going to be coming to the rest of these shows, and I'm just going to keep making YouTube videos. I have a couple up on my channel.
Awesome.
Just getting started, hopefully, and just work with all the connections and that I'm making at the shows, and just do all that sort of stuff,
Yes. And now that we know that you're working with your YouTube channel, we'll get that rolling. Get you on the show in the morning, and so you said you'll be at the next one. You're going to be in Dallas?
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. You didn't get to come to Dallas this last time, though.
Yeah, last time was tough because last year I was kind of like thrown into this. It was like very last minute. I wasn't even planning on coming. And I couldn't get the days off that I needed because I'd had to drive all the way from New York to Dallas and then back. So it would have been like 6 or 7 days I needed off work, and I just didn't have the time, unfortunately. So it was hard to coordinate.
So what do you do aside from this?
I do customer service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
pretty much.
Whatever pays the bills. And then do this for extra.
Yeah, I'm working from home now, so thankfully, it's all computer work mostly. And it, like you said, it pays the bills, so can't complain.
So is your dad still helping?
Yeah, he's wandering around somewhere. He was here.
Oh, cool. I'd like to meet him. I know we talked about him a lot last time. Y'all all get to work together, so.
Yeah, he's a lot better with the woodworking than me.
Yeah.
So I'll get an idea and I'll get the wood and put it together. And then like the intricate stuff like that I probably need a little help with, he'll help me with it.
Yeah.
Just because he's better with that.
Where are you getting the driftwood from? Like, where do you find it? Or y'all just...
Literally anywhere. I know I have a couple guys on Long Island that are like arborists, and cut the live edge boards and stuff like that. So I have a few connections like that. This is just a random guy that I found that has saltwater driftwood. Yeah, he gave it to me for free. Funny story.
Wow.
So
that's the good one.
I just had to put it together. Yeah. So.
Wow. Well, no, my dad is actually an arborist, so that's why I was like, you got to have a hookup somewhere. So
you know all about wood.
Yeah. Well,
in that aspect.
Yeah. Right. Well, Mike, I am so glad you're here.
Thank you.
And I'm glad you're going to be in Dallas because we'll be there too.
Cool.
I'm not sure about Chicago yet. I know that's a lot closer for y'all.
Yeah.
But that's a lot further for us down in Louisiana.
It's still far for us too.
Is it? Okay.
It's about a 14-hour drive each way from New York. So we did it all in one day, back and forth. It was a long days, but we got it done.
Awesome. Well, thank you, and then I look forward to having you on the show.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, you guys. Mike, Zen Aqua. Hey guys, I am here with Kats Natural Aquatics. Now, I do know that Joe Shrimp Shack carried some of your food.
Yeah.
Does he still have it?
Yeah, he still has it.
Sweet.
He actually just restocked on all of it.
Well, there you go. We're just straightforward to the point. So, tell me about your food.
So our food, every single one of the varieties you see here, the first ingredient is always calcium. And then it's followed by a natural ingredient, which is usually a vegetable. So what's interesting about our calcium is that it actually does not dissolve into the water. So most, if not all, other calcium products on the market, you drop them in, they dissolve, they mess with pH, with hardness, and they're not actually very nutritious. What we do is we've combined nutrition with calcium, and you can drop it in and it's not going to dissolve.
Wow.
So you could just drop it in and go about your day knowing that everybody's fed, happy, and hungry, not hungry anymore.
So how does it just slowly evaporates off of it, or?
So what's interesting is that we made this so that the water is not altered, so it doesn't dissolve whatsoever. Of course, if you leave it in there, fungus is going to get to it eventually, as with everything that breaks down. But it's meant to be eaten and consumed. So they bring the calcium into their body, and it doesn't dissolve into the water whatsoever.
Okay. Now, we're talking shrimp, okay? What about snails?
Shrimp, snails, crayfish, even turtles, plecos, anything you can think of that's going to enjoy calcium is going to absolutely love this. Even though plecos don't really need calcium, they love stealing some of it.
So anything that kind of like eats on bottom.
Yeah, anything that eats on the bottom, even though it was specialized for crustaceans such as shrimp and snails and crayfish, anything goes for it, really.
Because I've seen guppies go after anything.
Yeah, they go after anything. I mean, it's a square about this big, so it's difficult, but they'll get to it too.
Awesome. Well, show me some of the things you've got.
So this is the one that is relatively most popular. It has spinach and beet inside of it, and it's our most nutritious. So this is for the general shrimp keeper who just wants some extra nutrients inside their tank. This one is our pumpkin spice. There isn't really any spice, but there is pumpkin as a second ingredient, and it actually has beta carotene inside of it, which helps increase red and orange coloration. Yeah. So this is more for your sun-kissed shrimp, your orange, your reds. Then we can keep going here, and this is our protein one. This has the highest calcium content, and it's protein for bigger body growth and for something a little more simple. Now, if all of that seems like way too much work and you want a simpler solution, we have that too. And here is where you can get everything in one shot and not worry about the different types of foods. You can just have a little bit of everything and have happy, happy shrimp.
And that one's colorful.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you have over here? What are those?
So these are the same foods, just some information about them. I mean, these are our little fun dishes. Oh. Since we do sell foods, we want a little dish. On our website, we say you don't need a spoon to eat soup with, but it's a lot more easier. Same thing with these dishes. Although you might not necessarily need them, they make feeding a whole lot easier and fun because it keeps the debris out, it keeps them all in one place. You can watch them gather, see how many you have, check up on them.
That's That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. They at least keep it all in one place.
Yeah, and it suctions to the glass, so it's not on the floor.
Right.
If you have some kind of carpets, it's right on the glass.
Right. Well, you guys, you can definitely catch her food at Joe's Shrimp Shop, and on his online store. Is there any other way to get a hold of you?
Oh, anything you can think of. Amazon, Etsy, eBay, katsaquaticshop.com. We have Flip Aquatics carries our stuff. John and Lisa carry it. Honestly, before you know, it's going to be everywhere you look.
Right.
So it's everywhere.
Well, there you go. It's everywhere. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I hope you get something off this. So, thank you.
Live long, swim strong.
There we go. Live long, swim strong.